Tech layoffs. Let's talk about it. The heartbreaking situation that has been sweeping the United States. Layoffs. This is a topic that affects thousands of people every year, leaving those affected disappointed, angry, and uncertain of their self-worth. The reality is harsh in the tech world. According to CNBC, big tech companies like Facebook, Microsoft, and a handful of other companies have laid off more than 70,000 employees since the start of 2023. And to be honest with you, I think we will continue to see more cutbacks over the following weeks and months. Now, with all the recent news surrounding layoffs and because of their overall impact on individuals and the economy as a whole, I figured I'd jump on here and address why I believe they are happening, how companies and the government can do better, the overall impacts to the economy, and most importantly, the steps that individuals can take to recover. Layoffs are never an easy decision. It's probably what most people hear when getting laid off. I say bullshit. Corporations do not care about you. Simply put, that's why they happen. Just kidding. Or am I? It's up to you to decide. But here is what I think could also be the reason. I think it's a combination of factors. Reason number one, tech was just too hot. The growth has been insane in the past decade, and especially during 2020, most of the companies in the technology sector benefited from the shift to online work and learning. Because of this, the demand for their online services was at an all-time high. It's no secret that a lot of big tech companies make their money through their online services, like advertising. Here is a picture of Google's revenue in the past 20 years. Total revenue of $279 billion in 2022, in which about 80% of that came from advertising, for a grand total of $224 billion. Now, because of the uptick in demand for technology during COVID, as I see it, hiring managers, human resources, or whoever is responsible for the overall needs of a company were just very hopeful about the future, the era of high demand. They just decided to hire more and more people, hiking up their workforce. But now that things are pretty much back to normal and the demand for their services has dropped, coupled with high inflation and higher interest rates, the era of cheap money is just no longer easy to come by. With the unfavorable economic conditions like higher costs, the demand for financing, less profits, the reduction in the workforce was a straightforward decision. And the finishing touch, many of these technology companies, mostly startups, are not even profitable. Personally, if you ask me, I think that some areas within tech is just way too saturated at this moment. It is a highly competitive field with a lot of companies offering the same products and services, leaving less opportunities for growth. And I think venture capitalists and investors see that. However, tech is still evolving, and with some creativity, there's still a lot of work that technology can and will do. Now, I do believe that the government played a role into what we are now seeing with these layoffs in the current economic condition. With the imposed lockdowns by Congress and their decision to provide stimulus checks to the people, if I was a betting man, I would place my bet on the fact that they knew we would be in this current economic condition where inflation is high and jobs would be lost. After all, they do work with the Feds, the central bank, to promote economic stability and growth in the United States. And just in case you're in the dark, all 7 members of the Federal Reserve Board team are all individuals with extensive experience in economics, finance, and with advanced degrees and years of professional experience. I guess you could say they understood the assignment. Now, instead of laying people off by restricting people's access to company sites, companies should be more transparent and honest when laying people off. I recently read this article by a Stanford business professor that stated the reason that all these layoffs are all happening at the same time is because of a term called social. I guess it's a situation where behavior is influenced by others, So as one company starts to lay people off, others join the party. Therefore, it doesn't make them look like the villain because everyone else is doing it. Now, about the economy as a whole, the effects are both positive and mostly negative. Layoffs are a normal part of the business cycle. They've existed for as long as companies have existed. An example is during the financial panic of 1819, which is considered to be the first major crisis or economic depression in the United States. During this time, banks were giving loans to everyone. Loose lending and speculation was very high, and the War of 1812 did not help. As a result, many people lost their jobs, unemployment rose, and economic hardship was very high. Now, as things move forward, I think consumer spending will continue coming down. People will hopefully start to save more money. Businesses and economic growth will also take a hit. Wages and profits will also come down. Higher levels of poverty will start to emerge. In fact, we're already seeing a lot of this. Social issues like homelessness are all over the place, especially in big cities. Now, the road to recovery, for those that have been laid off, there are many steps you can take to start improving the overall direction of your life. You can seek support and other resources. I personally would take this time to work on my physical health. Regular exercise and a healthy diet can do wonders in maintaining your overall mood, confidence, and stress levels. Probably one of my preferred methods is to take this time to improve your skills, learn a new skill, or re-examine your goals and pursue something that you have always wanted to do. For example, like being an entrepreneur. This could be a great time to start your own business and maybe turn that goal into its physical form. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.